Many people are worried about losing their jobs. Many people are worried about being replaced by robots. It's going to affect a lot of, people. It's going to make humans lazy because now they've got this thing that's thinking for them.
The world is evolving. You have to continue to evolve.
So we're going to have we're going to lose jobs and we're going to gain jobs.
I'm telling you, you gotta learn how to get uncomfortable to get comfortable.
I don't go and look on my contacts. I just say, hey Siri, call hubby. And Siri's calling hubby. I hope she doesn't call you.
Sure. Translate into which language?
And so you gotta be able to prepare for the shaky seasons.
Recently, I read somewhere that doctors are now able to predict using AI technology breast cancer in women at an early stage.
Now it's up to you, especially if it's taking your job. Now you gotta say, okay, what do I need to do next?
Let's chill. Hola, Sanibonani. Hello, goeiedag, and namaste.
Yes.
Yes, Chaplins.
Yes.
We've come again for another installment of our Friday segment. And before we get into it, I just want to say thank you to everyone, each and every one of you who sent messages, who called, who sent gifts for my birthday and celebrating our anniversary. I had a very beautiful day. Thank you very much.
Yes.
It included a spa treatment. It included dinner and lots of gifts. Thanks to my hubby. I'm actually wearing one of the gifts. Thank you very much. I know it's cute. So it was a great day, and I'm just so grateful that it turned out the way it did, and I cannot thank each and every one of you enough who just played a role in making it even more special. My husband played a huge role in making sure that the queen gets spoiled.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
But today we've come to you to talk to you about something very, very important. I mean, we're hearing it everywhere. Everywhere you turn. We want to talk. Let's talk. Chat GPT. Right? Or artificial intelligence.
Yes.
Better known as AI. All right. What's this hype? What's happening? Why is everybody talking? I mean, you go on Facebook, you go on everywhere. Like you will hear about artificial intelligence because they are taking over, by the way. And due to that, the increasing advancements of this chat GPT and artificial intelligence, many people are worried about losing their jobs. Many people are worried about being replaced by robots. And we're actually seeing it happening because a lot more things are being automated, right? And I know, for example, I went to a grocery store the other day and this robot was the one cleaning the floor. It was the one, replacing inventory. And I was like, what in the mess is this? And yes, I've been seeing it, but I'm seeing it more and more now.
Even with self-checkouts.
With self-checkouts, these things, I mean, these are supposed to be people's jobs. And unfortunately, and the other day I actually saw on social media on the gas stations. I think this will be New Jersey because in other states you pour your own gas or your own AI in other states. But in states where we still get gas being poured, they have these machines that are now going to do it for us while we remain in our cars. So more and more robots are coming out, which is scaring a lot of people, right? But however, we want to say that this doesn't necessarily have to be that way.
No.
And we're hoping that through this episode we will be able to shed light on how we can work together with these AIs. Or on how
it is a tool.
Yeah, it is a tool which is taking over, but it can't take over everything because there are some cons, when it comes to artificial intelligence. So we're hoping that with this episode we'll just explore how individuals like you and I can give themselves options, right, and remain competitive in the job market by utilizing these tools, the AI tools, and not allowing it to take over our lives and take our jobs, because that's the most scariest thing that's happening right now. And unfortunately, it's the low-paying jobs mainly. So if you have a high-skilled job, we're not saying relax.
Yeah.
These things are,
it's coming fast.
Right, the new AI that they've just upgraded the Chat GPT.
Yeah.
They call it the
4.0.
It can write a law bar exam and pass by 90%.
90%. Yeah.
That's an A, yo.
Yeah, that's an A.
Like, who needs to study?
Yes, who needs to study?
You know, so we kind of need these things, but they kind of scary to think about it. And but let's just talk. Let's just see how we can work around.
And another thing, they even have like where you can design a website. They have a AI that all you gotta do is put in the information and it will design you a website within seconds.
It does
So
everything.
you don't even need a computer program anymore to build your website, because all you gotta do is plug. You don't need code.
You see that even the freelancers are going to be losing jobs because even editing. These AIs are the best editors.
Yes.
People are writing books with these AIs. People are
not yet with books.
Yes, people are writing books.
But there's a lot of opportunities. Yes, people are gonna be but you still gotta put the work in. AI not, because you gotta remember it's a computer, by the way. Mm-hmm. So you're gonna have to put some detail in it, and they just make your writing a lot better. Basically, they clean it up. Instead of you going to an editor, after let's say you write your book. Instead of you normally will go to an editor and they will clean up your book. Now all you do is you just put your information inside the tool.
A synopsis, like a briefing.
Yeah. And like
a skeleton.
A skeleton. You tell them what you want from it. How you want it to sound, and what way, who you speaking to, maybe who the book is. Let's give an example. Maybe it's a book about millennials, and so you tell AI, write it.
He has such a great, relationship, I must say this, with the AI, the Chat GPT. He even says hello to it.
Yeah,
I just tell it listen, I want this, and it gives it to me. They have like the special relationship going. He says hello, please help me. And the Chat GPT responses in a nice way as well. I don't get that response because I'm like, boom, just tell me this. He gets like, oh, let me know if you need any further assistance. Hope this was able to help you. Like, what? Yeah, so, I mean, like you say, you got to be able to add that human factor into it. One of the cons, the disadvantages is that it lacks human emotion.
Yes, it lacks human emotion.
So I think that's where the 10% a deficiency of it is. But it's able to do so much more than us humans are.
And as it grows, eventually it's gonna be able to determine your writing skills, and so it's gonna be able to relate. So it's gonna be able to give you everything that you want to know. That's referring, because it's gonna know everything about you. It's gonna know everything about your company. So it's be able to tell her any type of information that you tell it to write for you.
That is insane.
And with ChatGPT, with GPT-4, it's even able to create images.
Wow.
So you can put an image.
And apparently you can even talk to these things now.
Yeah, it's voice over. It give you a voice. So with ChatGPT-4, it got images, it got voices, it got a lot of different things. So but it's a fee to do the 4.0. It's a charge. It's a monthly fee.
But I think it's just worth it. It's gonna do so much for you.
If you can part of the bar exam for 90%, it's worth the.
I think it's also gonna affect a lot of people. It's gonna make humans lazy because now they've got this thing that's thinking for them.
Yes.
People are no longer gonna go and do research on their own because the research is at their fingertips.
Yeah,
now.
and that's the thing, and that's why we want to help too, because we can't limit not doing the work ourselves, because it's still a computer. It still lack the human tendency. It's still gonna lack some things. So you still have to do some work. You still have to do the research. It just enhances you. And so we're gonna discuss different ways AI and Chat GPT can help us explore different career paths and opportunities. As well as how they can be used to enhance skills and productivity. Additionally, we will discuss how to stay relevant in a changing job market, because the market is changing. You know, even though if you're a high executive right now, yeah, you might be safe, but within 5 years, who knows? So this is why you got to be aware of what's going on. So we're going to discuss that and ways to adapt to new technology. We're going to discuss how we can adapt to AI and Chat GPT, because I believe it's here to stay. I don't think it's going nowhere. It's part of our life now, and we got to learn how to adapt it. And so this is what we're going to discuss.
Actually, you know, my mom and I were talking earlier today about our air fryers, because we gifted an air fryer, and we have an air fryer, and we're like, we just literally cooked crispy fried chicken in like 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Something that took you what, 2 hours?
No, not 2 hours.
Not a long time though, because you had to coat and but this thing, it comes out even so tasty and everything, and it's thanks to technology.
Yeah.
So we want technology because it's making life easier, but at the same time, we are afraid that it could be duplicating us. It could be not even it could be replacing humans. Could be I mean, you know, chefs now. If you have an air fryer, do you really need a chef? Just ask. So we have a few discussion points that we're just going to go through and just help each other understand, you know, this phenomenon of this ChatGPT. So it's important to actually discuss how jobs will be affected, you know, with this ChatGPT, understanding the role of AI, how it connects to the job market, and how it affects individuals as well, because there's gonna be a lot that's gonna be happening, because we've seen already, like we said in our intro, that a lot of things are being automated. All right, so we have a few discussion points that we're gonna just touch on relating to this ChatGPT and AI and the role that it is playing in people's individual job roles, right, and the marketplace. And one of the things is people being worried that they're being automated, and we've seen that already happening. I mean, call centers, they were hiring a lot of people, but there's a lot of bots now, so call centers are going to be dying away. The new job roles that are being created as a result of technologies, some of them are going to vanish. So, and then we're gonna have new jobs being created as well. So we're gonna have we're gonna lose jobs, and we're gonna gain jobs. So which side are you on? But I want to highlight this. It's important to highlight that ChatGPT or artificial intelligence is not necessarily a threat overall.
Yes, it's not a threat overall.
I mean. It's required in the changing marketplace or workplace landscape, but at the same time, we gotta go in smart.
Yes.
You know, try and work with this thing, because it does have disadvantages.
Yes.
So we be the strength of those disadvantages. We like work along with it.
And here's the thing. This where it's like I say, it has its disadvantages. So you gotta find the disadvantages. Yeah. You gotta find the loophole, and then you gotta work. You gotta, and this is why we are. It's very important. It's forcing us individuals to pivot, to get better at our skills. You know, we talk about these soft skills, to get better at these skills, and then also to be creative, because you know it's not perfect, it's not human, so it does lack this emotional emotional intelligence, EQ. It does lack this EQ that human has. And so the thing is, now it's up to you, especially if it's taking your job. Now you gotta say, okay, what do I need to do next? Where do I need to go now? What do I need to study next, so that I can find a way, so that the thing is, you gotta find a way so that you will be irreplaceable. Right. You know,
indispensable.
Indispensable, yes. So you gotta find a way that, okay, to be indispensable because of AI, because it does have its challenges. And so you gotta find, okay, there's the challenge, and so you know what? I'm gonna make sure that my job won't be on the line when the time for this role to be replaced. Even like editors, so now you gotta step up your game and be creative and so that you gotta show the value, because and this is why relationship is very important, because if you build a relationship with your people, then guess what? The people that you build a relationship with, because they won't just put you to the side and say, you know what, we got AI, we got artificial intelligence, we got ChatGPT, we don't need you no more. No, a person, because we built this EQ, emotional intelligence, and this relationship, then guess what? They're gonna still work with you because of that relationship, because we understand that you're totally different from AI, and it just also enhances your ability, because now it helps you to be effective. Because you gotta remember, people that's editors, writers, they went to school for that stuff, so they know the exact words. So if they can,
the coding and all.
Yeah, so it even help them even so much better. Just a lay person, it will help us. But imagine someone that know how to code. Just imagine someone that know how to put certain words. And then, man, you.
Because you won't get a response unless you put an input.
Input,
so you gotta input in order to get an output.
And you gotta have the right input. Yeah, you gotta have the right input and the right keyword to get the right response.
So while we're on that point, let's talk about the different ways that the AI and Chat GPT can be used to enhance skills and productivity. You mentioned some of them, that like for skilled individuals, their input is important. Like how I said, how he relates and how I relate to this Chat GPT, totally different. I'm just boom, just give me this, and he's like, hey, like he has a real conversation as if I'm like, you think this thing is human? But it's not. But the output that he gets from that is much more
receptive, much more thorough.
Yeah,
conversational.
Than what I get.
Much more,
boom, boom, boom,
much
boom.
more conversational, much more informative, much more with emotion. So even though it's in technology and AI, but it can feel a little bit.
I don't think so. It's still human. I mean,
it's still but no, they still keep. Sometimes they still they still type sometimes and pinpoint some pain points or with some emotion, just a little bit. But like I said, it's still AI.
So I heard this lady saying she was writing a letter, a sick note or whatever, to her job, and she asked the AI to do it. She said she cried herself. She said I ended up crying because that thing was so so emotional. Like the boss had to really know that she's really sick for sure. So yeah, you're right. It has that element, element.
But you gotta tell it.
Intelligence.
You gotta tell it.
Because she did say, right, a sad.
Yes, you gotta tell it a sad letter. You gotta tell it how you want the letter. You gotta tell it how you want your money. So even with content creators, they're saying within the next year, everyone that's a content creator gonna be using AI and
we have started already.
we started already. But everyone gonna use it because and those that know how to use it the best, it's gonna.
They're the winners.
They're the winners. Yeah.
So we can.
Besides, the big companies, these Fortune 500
they're
companies.
gonna be using it too.
But they got the bigger advantage because they got the most money. Yeah, they've been started. They already implemented in their system.
So we can agree that AI is here to enhance various skills.
Yes.
We were agreeing on that.
Yes.
And such as language translation. You just go to Google and you don't even have to type anymore. That's the thing. Just use your voice and I'll be speaking in my Zulu and then I don't need to speak in English anymore. Oh, thank you, ChatGPT. I don't need to speak in English anymore because now I can go to translation and speak my Zulu and he'll. This is where 90 Day comes in.
I will.
Yeah, this is ChatGPT.
Not you gonna use ChatGPT for that?
I won't be speaking English anymore. Thank you, ChatGPT.
Only Zulu.
Only Zulu.
So that means you're gonna have to have it on your phone.
Yeah, you're gonna have to translate it. You're gonna have it because I'll be understanding what I'm saying.
I had to have it?
Yeah, because this thing is helping us with language translation as
Okay.
well.
Yes.
And you know, and things like that, data analysis. And I'm the worst when it comes to analyzing data. So thank God this thing is coming to help us with that. But the big one is customer service.
Customer service.
Gone are the days of rude customer service agents.
Yes.
We're gonna have some machine on the other line saying, "How can I help you?"
Yeah. Because I remember they can speak commands. So
it's already started.
Yeah, it's already started.
Because most of the customer service now, before you go to a human, they start you off with a bot. You know, they speak to you, and then if you keep saying agent, then you go to the human.
Yeah.
But they even tell you, I can understand words and phrases.
Yeah, words and phrases.
I can understand sentences as well. Like
Yes.
you can have a conversation with these things and you'll get the answer you are looking for.
Yes, but here's the thing too, because I think some customer service people still gonna, because I know like me, I still want to speak to a human.
That's what I'm saying. We keep saying
Even though they have
agent.
Even though they have like AI as to speak, I still want to talk to a human. I don't want to speak to AI. I want to talk to a human.
But the unfortunate thing is they're going to
EQ.
scrap them out, because even at the moment with these customer services, you know,
But I don't think everyone, because
but you know that majority of them are
rule.
Are what?
Rule?
No, they abroad.
They're abroad,
not even local.
You're right.
Because they want cheap labor, right?
Cheap labor.
So they were looking for cheap labor. If they can replace them with robots, don't you think they're gonna do that?
Yeah.
They're gonna do that.
Yeah.
So I think people who are working in call centers, try and look for another skill.
Yes,
you might just be losing a job.
Yes, you have to.
So we're talking to people like you. We're talking to petrol attendants, because these things are coming to put our own gas.
Yes.
We're talking to people who are cleaners, people who are cashiers,
Programmers,
editors. I mean, like, it's a whole list of people. Even Uber drivers. You know that it's coming. They're saying that they're going to be using the self-driving cars.
All the
self-driving cars. Who needs a driver when you have a self-driving car? So yeah, the thing is, they might replace human productivity.
Yes.
Or human labor, and they might be just taking over. But we've got to figure it out. We have to figure it out, because some of the advantages of these AIs is reduction in human error. Robots don't make mistakes.
No.
Well, they do make mistakes.
but
very minimal
mistakes,
because they're very analytical.
Yes.
You know, and they programmed. So the mistakes, there won't be like something like, "Oops, I'm sorry, I made a mistake." There's no human error.
Human error.
So that's an advantage.
And like in sports, baseball, they trying to replace the empires with robot empires.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're trying to get rid of the human element of the game and replace human empires with robot empires.
Look at that.
And they're already doing it in the minors.
Wow.
And so it's a fight though in the majors, because the majors they don't want it to replace the empires.
Right.
Yeah, because they want that
human
element of the game. It makes it, it's okay to have errors every now and then. That's what makes it fun. You're gonna have the mistakes. You don't want it like rigid and it's just boring.
We'll end up all being robots, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we have been controlled by these robots. And one of the reasons why employers like them is because they're available 24/7.
24/7.
Robots don't need breaks. They don't get bored like us. They don't go on their TikTok and social media while on the job. They will do the job as they are instructed, right?
Yes.
And they unlike humans who work 4 to 6 hours, excluding breaks. Robots or these AIs, they work 24/7. No breaks required.
No breaks.
So why wouldn't you get a robot instead and hire some human who will call in sick? So we must be careful as well when we're at a job. Like, do our best. So when they start getting rid of people, let us be the last people to be getting rid of, because AI is here to replace us.
Yes.
If you think you're irreplaceable, think again.
Think again.
Think again. You're taking so many day offs. You're taking so many whatever PTOs and sick days and MTOs and all the TOs. And then you think that AI is not going to replace it. It's going to replace you. And the sad part is that
employees tired of it.
Yes, and already we have a lot of jobs being lost. Facebook just released another 10,000 people.
10,000. A lot of jobs.
And TikTok will be releasing as well because the United States government is fighting with them.
Mm-hmm.
So they might just be releasing some people too because there's a lot of pressure on them right now.
And even though, and just like before, you can like, oh man, they fire or they let go a lot of people, the market you would think that they losing money, but not necessarily. That don't mean they losing money because they let go a lot of people. It's just that they replacing their job with AI. Artificial.
Who doesn't have to call sick.
Yeah, who don't have to call sick.
Even takeouts of restaurants at the drive-thrus.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who's taking your orders now? AI. And guess how faster they are. They are 2 times faster than the humans.
Yes.
And also because they don't complain, they don't be chewing gum, and they don't be giving you attitude. Anyway, it's gonna work out to our advantage because customer service will be better in inverted commas. But in another way, people are gonna be losing job, and that's a real reality.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
So before we move on, we would like to say if you're not a subscriber to our channel and you're listening right now, please help us subscribe to the channel. If it's red, right? Hit the subscribe button.
Make it gray.
Make it black.
No, gray.
Gray, black, gray. So hit the subscribe button as well as hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when we upload a new video, because we do upload videos on a weekly basis. And you also help us to continue doing this podcast to put out more episodes. So you help us a lot when you subscribe to the channel. We said leave comments because that helps us out to, as well to reach more people when you comment, as well as we like to read your comments because this gives us feedback on what to do next. As well as we do have an audio version of the podcast. So we on YouTube, as well as we have the audio version that you can listen to while you're on your way to work, while you're cleaning, whatever you want to do. But the listener version of the podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, the list go on and on. And we say follow us on the audio platform as well. Rate us and leave a review. Because it does. Leave feedback, leave reviews. It helps your reviews, everything that you do, it goes a long way and allow us to continue to grow and to be better and to get better. So we just thank you for being a part of us and subscribing and following us as we continue to grow this channel.
Yeah, and while on that point, you can also follow us on social media. You can follow me at Lady Siza 1 on Instagram and
again, you can follow me at Get Inspired by LJ.
Yes. And then let's talk about this other point. The importance of exploring different career paths and opportunities with the help of AI and Chat GPT. So we can actually get help from these tools to go into new career paths.
New career paths.
Right. So we're discovering new opportunities where we can upskill or reskill to remain competitive in the market. Because the honest truth is, like we were chatting much earlier, that the degree that you got 10 years ago, it's not relevant anymore.
Not relevant.
That's why most companies, they have like continuous learning. And then you get points. If you don't if you're not up to date with that, you actually could lose your degree or your qualification. Yes. So they encourage people to actually go on workshops or take tests or exams to keep updated. Even so now in this time of artificial intelligence, because they are much smarter than us. That's the honest truth, because this is brains of different people in one, because it's computerized, right? So let us use these tools to upskill or reskill. Yeah. Yes. So that we remain competitive.
I agree. And so we definitely want to, because you gotta remember with AI, we were talking about this earlier too. It also helps you if you want a resume. You can put in your skills, and AI will build out a resume for you for that particular industry. So you want a management job, you want I think I need to do that. If you want a management job, you want whatever position you want, you could type it in, put in your qualification, and you could tell them, I want a resume for this industry, for this role, for this, and then boom, it will give you a resume, and it will give you a resume better than what you had done.
So in other words, people who are doing resumes as well, this is a tool to use, because you can actually now, instead of making 5 resumes a day of people, you can make up to 50 resumes a day. Because this does in literally seconds.
Seconds, yes, it doesn't literally. I mean, it definitely had to think, because it's thinking what to write, but it do it within seconds. Within 10 seconds, you got a resume, and then you could do a resume for different industries, different markets, and so it helps you to stay competitive as well. So this is why you definitely, it's the importance of exploring different career paths, because again, remember, the reason why you want to explore different career paths, and we talked about this earlier, that we're going to link the episode as well, the five good reasons to start a side hustle. It's because of AI, you have to evolve. The world is evolving. You have to continue to evolve. If you feel like, I got a degree, I don't need no more education. I don't have to go back to school. I don't have to take no course. I don't have to do this. But still, we have to continue evolving and growing and learning, because the world is evolving. So we had to continue evolving, because we had to always have that competitive edge. That's marketing 101. We had to continue to have that competitive edge, because if we don't continue evolving, we don't continue learning and growing, then guess what? Somebody else is going to take our job, or somebody else is going to take
especially those repetitive jobs.
It's
definitely taking over those repetitive jobs. One that, where somebody else can just do it while with their eyes closed, the AI is taking them.
Yeah, or even if you don't evolve and you don't continue learning, another business will come in and take you over. Look at Amazon. Look at Netflix. Before Netflix, we had Blockbuster. Blockbuster probably never knew a Netflix was gonna come in and start streaming, and boom.
They were not up to their game, their A game.
Yeah, they wasn't evolving. They felt like, you know what,
they could have been the next
Netflix. Yeah, they could have been the next Netflix, but they were too slow. They were too slow in evolving to streaming videos.
Look at the daily applications already that we're using on a daily basis of AI.
Yeah. Like
we just say, Siri, what's this? And Siri gives you an answer. Please don't answer Siri, because Siri has a tendency. Like, I'll take my phone, I'll be like, hey Siri, and Siri, Siri is responding already. So, and already I don't have to, because when I want to call you, I don't go and look on my contacts. I just say, hey Siri, call hubby. And Siri's calling hubby. I hope she doesn't call you.
Sure. Translate into which language?
See what I mean? Never mind, Siri. And my phone was locked, by the way. You don't even have to unlock it. So things like Siri, Google, OK. It's called OK Google. On Google. Apple's Siri, like I mentioned, checking Google Maps. All that. Making a phone call like I just nearly did. Replying to mails and taking a selfie. Like, there's just so many things that this artificial intelligence is helping us with now. Some of which we didn't think.
Even editing videos.
Even doing reels. Yeah, making them.
Yeah, making them better.
Nicely edited.
Doing filters. Creating filters.
Yeah, all of that. And even like the real, like, serious inventions. Recently, I read somewhere that doctors are now able to predict, using AI technology, breast cancer in women at an early stage. So there's gonna be like really great inventions through this AI. So it's not completely a bad thing. We need it to, for the advancement, of things. Just like this, how it took so many trials for
Yes.
somebody to be detected with cancer, and that's why some people never were able to beat it, because they were found out at a later stage. Now AI is able to detect while it's still fresh and be able to be dealt with.
And again, we want to emphasize the early adapters to AI and Chat GPT. The early adapters, the ones that continue evolving and learning how to use it. It's going to be better for it. It's going to help you in your career, in your business. It's going to help you out. So we say, you don't have to be afraid of it, but learn how to embrace it. We say embrace it.
And I think you're coming into our next point on tips. The tips of staying relevant in this changing job market. One, like you're saying, is don't be afraid of it. Just embrace it, because it is here to stay.
Yes, it is.
But another thing is, like we said, upskilling and reskilling and continuous learning. Let's not stop to improve ourselves. Let's not be content of where we are. Let's not be be in a comfort zone of where we are, but let's keep improving ourselves day to day, because technology is advancing. We have to advance along with it.
We have to learn how to do it, So definitely keep advancing
with the industry trends,
with the industry trends, with the industry knowledge, with AI, with Chat GPT, with all these different technologies. Let's keep learning, let's keep growing, let's keep adapting to it. Because, like I said, it definitely making me a better individual. Especially with my better writer, where I because now I'm able to plug in something and ChatGPT makes it a whole lot better.
And I thank ChatGPT so much, because that used to be my job to edit whatever he writes, and now he writes the best things. And he just recently wrote an anniversary note.
Yes.
And I was like, this is too good of English. Who wrote this with you? Was it ChatGPT? It's like,
yes, it sure was.
It was so smooth,
it was so
beautiful, so heartwarming, so empathetic. I'm like, this is nice. I can get used to this. So ChatGPT might just be our lovers.
Yeah. All I did was I started it and I allowed ChatGPT to do the rest. I just put in. What it did was
ChatGPT just smoothed it out.
I just smoothed it out and just expanded
Let it flow.
and just expanded what I wrote. I gave it like 3 paragraphs, 3 small paragraphs, and ChatGPT just gave me boom, 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 boom. Like, okay, Chat.
So one other thing is that how to stay relevant is to develop expertise in areas, like I said, where the AI or the ChatGPT is less advanced. I don't know about this 4.0 that's come up, because that seems to be very advanced, but it still has some loopholes. So where it's lacking, let's develop expertise there so that we are able to meet it halfway.
Yes, because at the end of the day, guess what? They're still gonna need somebody to operate the ChatGPT.
Right.
They're still gonna need somebody, because you still need humans to work the automation, the AI. They still need humans. So you gotta find a way. How can I get in there to help AI
and work alongside
with it?
And not see it as a threat, but seeing it as something that will help you be better. Because I think that's how we're using it. It's making us better.
Yes.
And I was saying, oh man, I just did my books. It could have helped me smooth out and not pay so much money for editors and everything. But hey, the books that are to come probably in the near future, we might just use ChatGPT. Because we're actually helping one of our community members to write a book. So ChatGPT might just come in play there. And this podcast was sponsored by
Next Opportunity Window. Yes, this is a great community, because we learn a lot. This, you want to be a part of this community, because we talk about the human element, the EQ. And we forming relationships, we building relationships, and we helping each other to grow and to be able to find better ways to be productive, find better ways to take action. Because, like I said, we it's time for us to continue evolving, and inside the community, we can continue learning and growing with each other, finding new ways, finding tips, finding strategies. How can we do business better? How can we be a better person, employee, employer, whatever it is, being better with our communication skills. all this happened inside the community. And we said join the community because we growing, we developing through the lunch and learns, the monthly webinars, the quarterly mastermind, all the different things, how we learn, and the daily things that you can take advantage inside the community. And you get to be coached by myself and my wife, and you're able to connect with other like-minded individuals. We give you a 14-day trial offer so that you can get started, so that you get a feel of the community, see how it is. You can take advantage of one or two of the events before you have to start paying. And then there's 2 subscriptions that you do have to choose when you take the 14 trial offer: the monthly subscription and the annual subscription. And there's no hassle, but we said take the plunge, take advantage of the community, because when you're in the community, there's different advantages being a part of the movement. There's different advantages. And so even with the course, we talk about learning and staying advanced. Well, I'm also coming out with a boot camp to help you if you look at the start of business, a side hustle. You got an idea and you don't know where to go, you don't know what to do. We are here to help. I'm here to help you to get it started, to get it going, and to hold you accountable. That's the thing. We are here at the community to hold you accountable. Each week we're going to be going through different things, so that at every week you're going to be taking action. You're going to be getting things done, so
because
that
we are action takers.
Yes, so that you can have a sustainable, scalable business within 6 months. This is what we're about. We want to continue evolving in advancement. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's get it.
So lastly, our thank you for that.
Yes.
So our last point is the strategies for adapting to new technologies and evolving job roles.
Yes.
What are these strategies? How can we adapt?
How can we adapt?
I think the first one is being flexible.
Flexible.
And like you said, open-minded.
Open-minded.
Don't be like, be afraid that it's coming to take over, because partly it is, but like we said earlier, we can work with it. It can help create jobs for us, and it can help us upskill and reskill, but also it's here to stay and we can't get rid of it. So in order for us to be competitive alongside with it, we've got to just be flexible and be adaptable.
Yes. Very adaptable. We got to be adaptable. We got to be flexible.
And embrace change.
Don't be afraid of change. You gotta be willing. If you are comfortable right now, like I'm comfortable, and not. I'm telling you, you gotta learn how to get uncomfortable to get comfortable.
Absolutely.
And you always gotta learn how to get uncomfortable to get comfortable, because there's seasons for a reason.
Yes.
And there always will not be good seasons. And so you gotta be able to prepare for the shaky seasons, the seasons that may be doom and gloom. You gotta prepare for those seasons. And AI for some people might be doom and gloom. But guess what? You gotta learn how to adapt and say, okay, I see you, AI. You gotta like, okay, I see you, AI. I see you.
And by saying that, you take a proactive approach to career development, or even your business, or just advancing overall, because it is so important.
It's so important.
Otherwise, they're going to take over and we'll be left hanging, and we'll have a lot of mental issues, because we will just be unemployed. So in order to avoid that, let's work with it while it's still fresh and new. Because this thing is like how many months old? It's not even a year old.
Not even a year old.
I mean, like Chat GPT is just a baby.
Just a baby.
But it's already given birth to a child who can write a bar exam. What? It's scary, and it's for free.
Scary but fun.
The basic one is for free, and you just utilize it, use it, and enjoy it. Yes.
Learn, enjoy it, adapt it, figure out, go through the different prompts, figure out how you want to write certain things, and ask GPT anything.
Yeah,
just begin to start asking, and just begin to practice. And eventually you're learning, okay, you'll be learning what to say and how to say it, and so that it give you a better answers.
But to end it all, but just want to say, make use of these things. Don't be
Yes,
afraid of
don't
them.
be afraid of
Embrace change, because change is meant to happen.
Yes,
So on that note,
and we also want to say too that we gotta have multiple options. Don't be rigid to one option. You gotta be aware and learn different options, because you never know when you have to pivot. And so on that note, we're gonna link the video to watch because you enjoy this video. You definitely want to watch the next video. 5 good reasons to start a side hustle. So we're gonna link the video, and we say thank you for tuning in, and we would see you next week on the next video. Take care. Bye bye.